This is a 4-year-old Cascade hop that is located in upstate New York. It is now early September and the hops are ready for harvest. While I'm visiting to harvest the hops, I'm also hoping to cut a few rhizomes from some offshoot vines that I can then plant in some new locations. Now looking at the root ball, we can see that there are about 10 or so main vines coming off the crown. These are the green vines. We can also see some brown vines, which are actually last year's growth, which we didn't end up cutting away. We have planted this hop in the backyard and then just sort of let it go on its own devices. But we can also notice that away from the main crown, there's 1 or 2 vines coming out of the yard in the grass. These vines have actually been hit by the lawnmower a few times, and these are the ones that I would like to transplant to move to a new location. I began by removing all the grass and topsoil around the roots I wanted to cut and then transplant. Now that I've removed the topsoil, I went in there and removed some of the deeper soil and tried not to hurt any of the feeder roots or main offshoots so that they would be intact and hopefully could support the rhizome. My goal as I was transplanting these in September is to have them keep moving and hopefully grow throughout the fall. From the main plant, you can see there's some roots as well as buds on the rhizome. I'm hoping these buds will grow into shoots throughout the fall. I then immediately potted each rhizome in a pot with some of the soil that it had been growing in and gave them water immediately. I kept the leaves on this cutting, hoping that it would continue to grow, and the leaves made it about a week, but then died off, and I had to cut it back. I cut 2 more rhizomes and potted each of them as well. It is early October, and it is 1 month after cutting the hops. We can see that the center one has some growth with 4 shoots coming out of the soil. There is no visible growth on the other 2 rhizomes, on the left and right. Started to uncover the rhizomes that are not showing any growth to inspect the root and buds. Looking at this rhizome, we can see the buds are intact and they may have grown a bit. The third rhizome was the first cut and had no visible growth when inspected. But as soon as a small amount of topsoil is removed, we can see 2 buds have significant growth.